Anthony, I would not fuck you if I was single. I would not fuck you if I was drunk. I would never fuck you. You're not fuckable.
It's the Who's Right Podcast. It's the Who's Right Podcast. It's the Who's Right Podcast with Anthony and that other guy. I think his name is Doug or something.
Why do I feel the need that I have to apologize for that song every time you play it?
I don't know. You shouldn't. It's fucking amazing.
So those of you that don't know or wondering what the fuck that song is about, we had a listener, this is like 3 months ago, just out of the blue sent that to us.
Yeah.
His name is Skinny Wizard. I don't know if he's dead or what, because I haven't heard from him. Actually, since we played that song the first time. Maybe that launched his career.
I was going to say, he got a little
us.
too famous and he doesn't want to talk to us anymore.
But yeah, because you don't think that sounds cheesy?
Oh, fuck yeah, I do. It's great. it's the fucking cheesiest thing I've ever heard. The worst part is that after I listened to it for like a week, I think his name is Doug or something. These get stuck in my head. It's funny. It's
so
super cheesy.
it is with a heavy heart, and I'm being sincere when I say this, that Perry Johnson has passed away. Perry from Hello Life WTF.
Yeah.
We've chatted about him several times.
Yeah.
So I just wanted to. What the fuck do you say? Thoughts and prayers? I don't know. Condolences? My condolences to his family.
There you go. Condolences.
All right. It sucks.
Yep. That's terrible.
Oh, all right. So I don't want to spend a lot of time being sincere because I'm no good at it.
Right.
And even when I am sincere, it sounds like I'm full of shit.
Yep.
So we're gonna move past. We're gonna move on from Perry. I just wanted to, whatever.
Acknowledge.
Acknowledge.
There you go.
So now the next thing I want to acknowledge is Blunt Mommy.
You want to acknowledge her?
Yes. Hello, Blunt Mommy.
Hey, how's it going?
All right. So a little backstory.
All right.
You didn't know anything about this, but I had asked Blunt Mommy to co-host a show with me.
Oh, okay. What, our show? You trying to edge me out or what?
No, because I had an idea that I thought she would be a good fit for with her personality and my personality. And I thought it would be a fun show to record like once a month or something.
Okay.
I was just going to put it up on its own feed and whatever, just because I enjoy recording. And then last week's episode came out.
What does that have to do with anything?
You called her a whore, and she didn't take too kindly to it.
I don't recall. I don't remember saying that. I honestly don't.
Is this you under oath? I don't recall.
I don't recall. I don't remember saying that. Was she really upset? I really don't remember. I'm not even joking. Sometimes I just say shit and
we're talking about Amanda from the Blunt Mommy podcast, by the way.
Sure.
Well, I know you fuck.
To everybody listening live.
Twat blocker. All right. So what I want to know is, I can't believe I'm doing this. Do you think she is a whore?
Oh, no. No, I mean, no.
Just leave it at that and let's move on.
I don't think so. So, okay, so I would apologize, but if you take anything I say on the show seriously, you're kind of stupid. So
now she's stupid.
I mean, this show is just literally me saying dumb shit in between the things that you say. I mean,
Right. So I don't know that I ever want to get into a position where I feel like I have to apologize for something.
no, I'm not
Because
apologizing.
the intent of it is just to be funny
Right.
and make each other laugh. That's what we've always said.
Right.
But one of the things that we've learned over the last couple months, 8 months or so, is that sometimes some of the things that we say have implications, as in when I was harassed on social media for something about autistic kids being raped.
Right.
And that wasn't even me.
You
Well,
can't use that
but-
excuse. Oh shit. He said, "Oh, but it was." But how about
Well,
this? I'm playing a character.
Yes.
Just because his name's Anthony doesn't mean anything.
But so what? How do we deal with this moving forward?
The same way we're dealing with it now. I mean, okay, here. I'm sorry that you were offended. How about that? I mean, don't. Okay. Here's what I want to say, and I'm being dead serious. If you're offended by anything I say, just stop listening. I guarantee you that if you were offended by something I said at one point, you will be offended by something I say in the future. I say stupid shit. It's okay. Just don't listen then. Or, just fucking laugh. She said I wasn't fuckable. That's not very nice. You don't hear me crying about it.
Man, she has
on
no
mic?
idea. And that's just based on your personality.
Right. Thanks
I mean,
for reminding everybody.
In all fairness, though, like the way I look at it is, okay, well, are you a whore?
No.
No, not you.
No,
Her.
I'm saying, yeah. I mean, I don't think she is.
No, I mean, just like, I talk about your mom being a whore.
Right.
Is she a whore?
I don't think so.
Okay, well then, what does it fucking matter?
I've
It's like if I
I've
called her.
only got 17 brothers. Does that make her a whore? I don't know.
Nah, it's like if somebody calls you a fucking retard. Are you retarded? No. Well, then what? Why does it fucking bother you? Why do you care? And if you are retarded, then why do you care?
You're retarded. What difference does it make? Are you going to stop being retarded? Plus, I mean, my opinion about you, why should you care anything about what I think? You don't know me. I don't know you. Your life's going to go on. My life's going to go on. I mean, don't worry about what I think. Who gives a fuck?
All right. Well, whatever. All right.
I think it was way more offensive when I said she wasn't hot. I mean, isn't that more offensive? I mean, I said way more offensive things about her, but just whore. I don't even remember saying it, first of all. And I mean, when I said it, I must have thought it was funny at the time.
Yeah, I all the things that we've said, and one, I don't want you to feel like you have to censor yourself.
No,
because then we're just done.
Right.
But I do the same thing every episode. I say something that I don't remember saying.
Wait.
Somebody will. What's that?
No, go ahead. I'll let you finish.
Somebody will send a tweet, and it's got quotation marks and then a funny line. I'll read it and I'll be like, "That's funny." Oh wait a minute, I said that. I'm a funny motherfucker.
I'm a funny guy. So I think if I remember correctly, the episode that I supposedly called her a whore is the same episode that we were talking about my son Ashtray. my burn victim son Ashtray. Does that put it in perspective?
It's not supposedly. I remember you calling her a whore.
I honestly don't.
It's not supposedly. I mean, it's fucking recorded.
All right. Well, anyways, but like I said, the same episode that I was talking about my burn victim son Ashtray, right? I mean, lighten up a little bit, whore.
Now, don't you dare call her that again.
I wasn't talking to her. I was talking to you.
All right. Very good. There, I feel like the air is clear.
Right.
All right. So I want to do this
All right.
because I guess it's up to me to remind people that we have a voicemail that they can call into. So call into the voicemail.
Don't give them the number.
Nope, you got to
Make 'em-
fucking
make
look
'em
for it.
search
Just
for it.
dial. It's 508-974-4489.
Yeah. Hey,
And-
Blunt Mommy, call in and leave a voicemail.
I also would like to know which one of the fucktards, or a couple fucktards, I assume, keeps sending me anonymous emails telling me that we're dicks. If you're gonna do it, don't hide behind an anonymous email. You fucking faggot.
So you've been getting emails, really?
Yeah, fucking whores.
Huh. How many? I mean, from how many different people?
It was less than 10.
Really? Huh. And they're all basically the same, saying that we're dicks.
Well, they're all along the same tone, yeah.
I mean, does anybody really need to point that out?
So if you pay attention to anything, like when I'm trying to tweet the episode during the week,
Yeah.
because I've gotten back into trying to push the or not publicize, advertise, whatever the fuck, something, or exercise.
Yeah.
I'm trying to exercise.
trying to exercise a little bit, you fat fuck.
I'm trying to get the show getting more active on Twitter again with putting the episodes out, and you could tell just by looking at my tweets that it's like I'm just not, my heart's not in it, because it's just like, listen to this, and then the episode link, no show art, no nothing. Just,
Hey, listen.
and it generally goes downhill as I start getting feedback from people.
Why?
Because why the fuck are people? Why would people listen to this? And why would you listen to it if you know it's going to piss you off?
You don't listen to anything that you know is going to piss you off?
I listen, like watching the news and shit. I know that's going to agitate me, but that's different.
So I do. I listen to stuff that I know I don't agree with, and it's going to piss me off.
Piss you off enough to write somebody and tell them that they're a dick?
No, but I'm fucking lazy. If I wasn't lazy, maybe. But I mean, I'm choosing to. I guess I understand, because I'm choosing to listen to it. Why would I write you and tell you you're a dick? I'm choosing to listen to what you're saying. And it's not like podcasts are like, I just happen to turn it on and catch this show. It doesn't work that way. You have to specifically search, seek this out, and then just shut it off. It's not that difficult.
Boycott our show, everybody.
Yeah, I mean, I guess that's basically what I'm saying. But you can still
And
donate to Patreon.
Only listen to us on our Patreon.
Right.
Which, this is, I don't know if anybody knows this, but for $1 a month, you get an additional 4 episodes a month. What kind of bargain is that?
Are you asking, or a
It's so
good one?
fucking stupid. It's so fucking stupid. A quarter.
Yeah.
Give me a quarter and you can listen to me talk for an hour. It's fucking retarded.
I think it's awesome. So much better than advertising. I mean, not that we're good at that either, but I don't want Bio Bidet to have any say in our content.
Yeah, you're making sure of that. So is it even in your bathroom? I know it's still in the box, but is it in your bathroom, or did you just put it out in your garage with the rest of the garbage?
I think it made its way to the closet.
All right, so why don't you do this? You're not going to hook it up.
That's not
So
true.
why don't you take it out of the box, put it on a nail, and hang it up behind you? So when we go back to doing our show on camera, it'll be in view.
That's actually not a bad idea. Either that, or I'm going to sell it on eBay.
Just hang it up. Who the fuck's going to buy a bidet? Just put gently used.
Gently used bidet. Yeah,
Water fountain used once, lost an eye.
Maybe I'll hang it up behind me. That's a good idea.
All right, so this has been a fucking train wreck. We had about 2.5 hours of audio that we're going to put on our Patreon. I'm going to rephrase that. We just had a hilarious 2.5 hours of audio that we're going to put on our Patreon.
Way to sell it.
I think it's like Who's Right podcast /patreon.com or something. Whatever the fuck it's at. Okay, you what is it?
Don't put me on the spot like that.
What's our voicemail number?
867-5309, bitch.
Yeah, you're always witty.
Nope.
All right. So we're gonna do something I was gonna say a little different, a little same as 2 weeks ago. We've got famed podcast producer David the producer.
Nice being redundant. I'm the produciest of producers. Thanks for that.
So, first thing, I guess, what's your thoughts on the Vanish podcast?
I'm not familiar with it. I do know this. They're really active on Twitter.
Me too.
Okay, so one of the things that we are not, I think that you said that you would come on and then you gave us a fucking rider and you had to have your list of demands.
Fucking all green M&Ms and that bullshit.
One of the things that you said is that you will not shit on other podcasts. It's just not in your nature.
It's just something I don't do. Right.
But you didn't say we couldn't. It's our show. We can do whatever we want. But
I could just shut up and listen.
But what I'm curious about is there's got to be some podcasts. I don't want any names, but there's got to be podcasts that you interact with that you can't stand.
And the follow-up to that, not for me. Yeah.
The follow-up to that is, are you on one right now?
Yeah, I am.
I'll answer number 2 first. No, I mean, there's just podcasts that I just don't particularly like the content. I mean, I'll just say, just as a genre, I'm not a huge true fan, or true crime fan. It's not my thing. I'm not into the whole mystery thing or, paranormal thing. But I think there's ones that are out there that do a good show and ones that, just don't, listen to.
So I know the answer to this. I don't know how much you've gotten into this on other podcasts because I can't stand to listen to them, so I don't know what you say. Do you think, as far as comedy is concerned, that there isn't anything that should be joked about?
There's nothing that should be. I don't think there really should be any lines in comedy. I mean, you look at some of the greats out there: George Carlin, Richard Pryor, Lenny Bruce, you take it forward all the way up to Louis C.K. Absolutely. I don't think that there should be boundaries in comedy. I think they should be breaking the boundaries to make people think about what it's social commentary. It's a laugh on social commentary. I have no issue with that.
I disagree with you.
Really? You don't think that some things should be?
No, I don't have
the audience will judge what's funny and what's not funny.
I agree with you there, but I think that there should be a line, and I think that if you tell me that a comedian, whatever comedian you're thinking of, doesn't have a line, you're kidding yourself. Everybody does.
They have their own lines
that's right.
that they feel comfortable with,
right.
and the things that they like to talk about or that they feel is appropriate. Like a perfect example is that comedians after 9/11.
I'm confused. What were you disagreeing with, Anthony?
You said there shouldn't be a line, but I think that there shouldn't be a line defined by anybody else. Everybody's going to have their own line. Everybody's going to have, we're not going past, or I'm not going past this point. But to let other people define that line is what bothers me, because everybody has a I'm not going to make fun of this, or like you're not going to talk about other podcasts, or it's. I'm not defining that line for you. Everybody should define their own line and leave other people alone.
What the fuck are you talking about?
He knows what I'm talking about.
Do you, Dave? Do you know what the fuck he's saying?
He knows what I'm saying.
What show am I on?
he
Point
knows what I'm
counterpoint.
Yes.
Haven't
you learned that
everybody knows there's a line? You define a line, not the comic defines a line. If there's a line, then you know there's a line.
Are you done? Haven't you learned that I just need to argue. I mean, you said words, so I have to counter those words.
He counters words with other words
Right.
that are the words that you don't want to hear.
Right.
'Cause
Got it?
I think what Dave said was
Wrong.
All right. So thanks for coming on, Dave.
Yeah, no, it was my great pleasure. Boy, I never had a spot like this, and
This is going to be your claim to fame right here, buddy.
yeah.
Have we ever said anything that you went,
Oof. Well, there's things that you said that I said or that I thought would be, oh, I wonder what the reaction's going to be of people when they said that. You know, are they going to get in some shit for it? You know, are people going to overreact or, you know, hit them hard based on what you said?
what's funny, and Anthony brought this up, I don't know, probably 40 times tonight, that I seem to be able to get away with saying stuff and nobody reacts to it, or everybody says it was funny or whatever. But when Anthony says anything, he gets attacked. Like, Anthony's the asshole of the show, and neither one of us can actually figure out why that is.
I'm a nice guy.
It's the beard.
Oh, well, I can shave that off right now if that'll help.
So I'm
That's
curious.
well, actually, because I think that you're the setup guy. Well, I let me flip that. I'm sorry. Anthony, in many cases on the show, is the setup guy. So he'll set you up for the jokes. You do the jokes. You don't seem to get in trouble for the jokes, but being the setup guy or the straight man, in some respects,
Yeah.
that if he says something a little, deflammatory, I think people are just going to hit him harder.
So he's not the funny one then, right? That's what you're saying?
Oh my God, no! Jesus, I'm kidding.
I appreciate that.
Well, I mean, there's the Abbott and Costello that you guys bring to the table, right? So there's a setup, and you admitted it yourself, Anthony. You say, I'm the one that's going to argue with him, right?
Oh, yeah,
so
for
you're
sure.
the protagonist.
Oh, for sure,
Right?
100%.
So when you say something inflammatory, I think it's going to have a little bit more meaning.
When you say Abbott and Costello, which one was the fat one?
Oh, that would be you. Can you both be Costello and Costello in this scenario?
I like that better.
I guess that's the name of the episode.
Thanks.
Thanks for stopping by.
Just stop by to name the episode and we'll call it good.
I'm just making sure I'm never going to be doing this again. That's all.
Oh, shit.
I'm seriously looking for something to write with. Hold on.
All right. Can you tell us more about how great our show is and how much you...
I was just gonna say, is this gonna be one of these stroke fests where I have to deconstruct your comedy?
Yes.
So what it
So
is
that's
is
the one thing I won't argue with you about.
Anthony complains constantly that he never hears any feedback about our show.
Right.
And I thought it would be interesting because,
Mhm.
usually within 18 minutes after I publish the episode, I call you to find out how funny I am.
Right.
Oh,
So I just
shit.
figured it'd be nice if Anthony got a little bit of that. But fuck off if you don't.
Actually, you feed me into the live feed when you guys are doing it, and I just critique you live, in the background,
He got one ear. Dave, hey, no,
Right.
no, don't say that.
and I'm taking notes.
There's times mid-show that I'll call Dave before he even hears it and say, "Hey, that was I said something really funny. Just wait."
Just wait. What part are you at? Oh my god.
Yeah, so I at the beginning of the show I addressed the thing about Perry dying. That fucking sucked.
Yeah, brutal, man.
And I really feel bad because of what I said last week. And typically I don't feel bad about anything that I've said on this show.
Mhm.
And this time I do. It's weird. I shouldn't.
Is it weird?
Because
I mean,
And oddly, that was the one part of the show that I didn't catch last week.
you know what? Maybe Anthony edited it out. Did you take care of me like that?
no, I turned the volume up on that part just to make sure everybody heard it.
Well, whatever. All right. So I think we're gonna dig up an old bit because we got nothing else to do. So last year during Christmas, we did Baby It's Cold Outside.
We're gonna
What's
do
it?
that again.
It's a rerun of a rerun.
Uh-huh,
Great.
uh-huh. So,
All right,
so was it hacky
I've
that we
heard
did that
more
again?
than the Dick Van Dyke Show. Nice for keep rolling that bad thing out.
Was that bad that we did that again? Was it hacky?
No, I thought it was actually very cool that you did.
All right. Yeah. So you just
Only
said you were
because Juliet likes it. I can give a shit.
Nice. Maybe we can get her on.
so. You got any questions now that he's here about her butthole?
Yeah, I am an expert. Some would say.
Nope.
Yeah, that's what I fucking
See,
thought.
I told you there's a line. Everybody's got a line.
All right. So, early on, we used to do this thing where we would go on Yahoo Answers, and we would ask the question, and then we would try to help these people out. So we're gonna dig that piece of shit up and try that again.
Good.
Wonderful.
I get to be part of an old bit.
We-
It's
great,
out of
isn't
the
it?
mud.
We had a Trello board with like 10 stories for today's show.
Mhm.
It was fucking brutal, man. The first one was it was from what 2011.
Oh, jeez.
No, the 2004. The first one was from was fake. We realized it was fake as we were fucking reading it. Okay.
Oh
Nope,
my God.
This is fucking fake news. We're not doing this bullshit. And then the
Second
second
one
one was
was
fucking
something
15
like-
years old.
I was in I'm in a private chat with Jody B from Po' Boys,
Mhm.
and he had sent this link out, and I'm like, well, that's fucking funny. I'll talk about that shit on the show. I put it on the Trello board, never even thought nothing of it. Started reading it, and it was from 2004.
Got to take a time machine to make it relevant.
So you can see that when we joke about not preparing for the show, it ain't a fucking joke.
Oh yeah, no, I know this. I've talked to Doug many times, and it all comes down to I'm going to be recording with Anthony in about 10 minutes. I go, what are you guys doing? He goes, oh,
We'll figure something out. Or we won't, I guess. That's why you're on, right?
right.
John
If you
wasn't
think I'm,
available.
if you think I'm your golden parachute, man, you guys called the wrong guy.
Oh shit.
All right. So let's see where this fucking takes. All right. Why don't some women swallow? Why give a BJ unless you fully complete the act? When eating out a woman, I complete everything. Sniff, lick, swallow her offering of nectar.
Oh, nectar just makes me cringe.
I was just
Isn't
gonna
that
say
fucking
that.
disgusting?
Usually, when you think of nectar, you think positive things, right? That's fucking gross.
When I
So-
think of that, the last thing I think of is nectar.
That one sentence that he just wrote is exactly why she won't swallow, because he's a fucking creep.
Exactly.
You fucking creep.
I do my best to please, and I polite every through some, and he's obviously fucking Indian.
Does he give her the claw too?
And I am polite every though some have had less than stellar hygiene or such. Fair is fair. By the way, oh, this is perfect. I want to read this sentence again because I as I was reading, I thought maybe I had a stroke. Okay. I compete everything, sniff, lick, swallow her offering of nectar. I do my best to please, and I am polite every though some have had less than stellar hygiene or such. Fair is fair. By the way, my sperm is very sweet due to my diet. I have tasted it, and it's quite enjoyable.
Yep. There's the problem.
It's not a problem. What's the problem?
She won't swallow because he's eating it all. Give me that back.
She's got to yell at him. Hey, share.
You gotta share here, buddy. Come on.
Okay. Update.
Update.
I'm alone. I'm lonely.
A condom
living
or
in a
dental dam?
condo.
A condom or dental dam for a BJ? Why not wash your hands 68 times per day and wear bubble wrap protection when outside too?
What?
I agree. Right.
What's the update? I don't understand.
That was his update.
All right.
He's got another update. Hold on.
This just in. This just in, Daddy.
Yes.
I love this guy.
I love to eat a woman's back door. Yes.
Oh, hey, you know?
That's the whole update.
This guy took the time to write this question: is why won't a girl swallow? and then he did the thing about the sperm being sweet, and then he did the thing about and then he's like, he walks away from the computer, and then he comes back and he's like, oh yeah, and I like to eat ass.
One more thing.
One more thing.
Well, he's got all the holes covered. Good for him. But
for him.
I the whole thing with the swallowing. What's I don't get the issue there.
About what's enjoyable about it, or
No, is he saying that
he wants to
he's
know why
not
women
being
won't
swallowed?
do it?
Yeah, well, to him specifically, or I'm guessing.
I think he wanted to know why women won't swallow his semen, his nectar.
Right.
His
Have some nectar.
Sweet nectar.
I'm sure that he's out of his mind. Obviously, that he's got
Fucking
one eye
psychotic.
around every corner, right? This seems like that kind of guy. He's a creeper.
I'd be willing to bet he's 11. He's never experienced any of this in his life.
Enough of your dreams here, Anthony.
Whoa.
I wonder if he's 11.
All right. So, Anthony.
Hmm.
Forget. I'm not getting into that.
Yep. Nope. Now you have to.
Now,
Okay.
I need to know.
Well, I was just gonna ask you when.
Yeah. See, everybody's got a line.
Wow.
Come on. You're gonna ask me. You're gonna ask me about
I'm trying to
ashtray or
fucking
what?
read to get to the next question. I was just gonna try to move the conversation along about. Have you ever eaten your own sperm?
No.
You're fucking lying.
I was just trying to
You know
move the
what?
conversation along.
I'll answer that, and definitively, I've never tried it, never had a desire to, because I really don't care what it tastes like. It's like eating your own boogers. Why do I want to do that? I don't want to
Well-
know what my boogers taste like. Why would I want to know what my sperm tastes like?
Where else do you put it? You get rid of the evidence.
Are you asking me to put my sperm in my nose? I didn't hear the question correctly.
What? Evidence of what? It's not.
Exactly. Now you're on it.
Evidence? I didn't get rid of it in a crime.
No, never. That's disgusting.
So you never went down on your wife after sex?
I need to think about that.
Why'd you both look up? That was.
I don't
classic.
think. I don't think about it. I don't. I mean,
I've never eaten my fucking. That's fucking.
No, it's
yeah,
usually there's a progression of things.
there's a natural progression.
I'm looking
of
to the
things.
Lord for an answer. No, seriously, I think there's a progression of things. I think it always starts off the other way around. So I take care of that first, then we go for the other way.
You do that on purpose, right? You take care of that
Yeah,
first,
yeah,
so you
yeah.
don't have to take care of it
There's a line.
afterwards.
Yeah,
I wanna
there's-
ask. So you're telling me you guys you've never went twice in one night?
No, I have never. I'm not that good. I barely ever go once in
we do
one
other
night.
stuff. Yeah, I mean, we're like circus freaks. I don't care. I'm just not a I just
All right. So okay.
I'll let another guy do her and then do it, but that's
I'm not eating my own. That's gay.
That's
Yeah.
gay.
I'll hand feed it to her though.
I'll throw it at her like a monkey. But
All right.
All right.
Fuck this.
Are these all sex related questions?
Yeah, they are.
Okay,
And I'm
good.
not getting anywhere with you guys because you're so worried about your fucking images.
I don't have
Oh,
what
jeez.
image? I don't have a fucking
I just
image.
talked about throwing cum like a monkey. Are
Have
you
you-
kidding? Yeah.
have you-
I'm
have you
worried
seen
about
me?
my image?
I don't have a fucking image.
I just didn't want to be the only sperm eater.
I know. You seemed a little disappointed that we didn't say
Yeah,
yes.
I thought we were getting ready to fucking bond or something. And yeah, me neither. I've never done that.
Yeah, me neither.
You never scooped it out of your belly button and
Not only have I ever scooped it out, I've never put it in my belly button.
I don't believe that.
I'm
for
not
a
saying that
fucking
I've never scooped it out of my own belly button. That's happened, but
That's disgusting.
but I don't happen to go, well, where am I going to put this? I think my mouth is the best place.
You just get like a crazy straw. I do that. I suck it out of my belly button with one of them straws that go in the helmet, and then it goes.
Huh.
I'm gonna fucking puke.
I get a little queasy.
Oh my god.
All right. Do men like large labia outside lips or no vaginal lips like an inside out one? What the
Like an
fuck?
inside out one?
That's the only two choices.
He's asking clam or curtains is what he's asking.
I'm not a fan of the beef curtains. It's not my favorite thing.
I don't mind. Either one's fine by me. I mean, if you can, swing from them, like, it's a bit much, but I mean, if they're like overly exaggerated, but generally I don't have an issue with either one. I actually,
When you're at that point, it's not like you're gonna turn around and go, "Yeah, you know what?
Nah.
you know what? The saddlebags are a bit much for me. I'm gonna have to take an Uber.
Tie it in a knot."
Dumbo.
All right, yeah, this
Every
is going
time
great,
I fuck
guys.
you whistle, this is gonna be a problem.
Like little fucking cow udders. You want to keep doing these or what? You guys are
Not
just like you're
totally
just sitting.
in.
whatever
All right.
whatever you got.
I found my mom's vibrator. That's it. That's the question.
That's the question.
That's not a question. It's a statement. Found my mom's vibrator. I never found my mother's vibrator. If she had one, I have a feeling she did.
I have a feeling
Yeah.
everybody did.
Well, she's dead. I can't ask her now. So
I think it'd be worse to find your dad's vibrator.
Good point.
Why does my mom's anal bead smell like my dad's butthole?
Somebody in your house doesn't practice basic hygiene.
What's this thing in my dad's drawer called the home wrecker?
Home record.
You ever see Top Secret?
Yeah.
I was just thinking about it when he pulls that whatever Fistatron 2000 when he's in jail.
Yeah.
You ever seen that, Anthony?
Nope.
Val Kilmer?
Nope.
All right, you watch it. We'll wait.
Okay. All right, I watched it. It wasn't very good.
Is suicide the best option?
Yep. If you're asking, the answer is yes.
To what? If you preface that by saying, or be a guest on this show, then yes, I'll take the rope at the chair.
It's too soon, David.
Never too soon.
Men that get blowjobs, aren't you afraid that women will bite your dick off
Yes.
all the time?
Only if she's being raped while doing it. Yeah, maybe.
Maybe.
If you ever heard of consensual sex, I've never worried about a chick chopping off her, my cock with her teeth. Jesus, what kind of maniac is that?
The only
Consensual
thing I'm hearing,
sex?
David, the only time that you're worried about a woman biting your dick off is when it's not consensual. Is that what you said?
That's right. And that hasn't happened in 3 days.
These
That
are
long, huh?
fucking stupid.
Yep. That's a winner bit right there.
They're not even questions. They're just weird statements.
Yeah. Why can't I pee in the morning?
I think I need a little more information.
Yeah. What shift do you work? Let's start there.
What does it mean if a guy says, "Get a whiff of this fish, honey," and then winks at you?
Then I say, oh, great. I'm in the wrong biker bar again.
How do women feel about premature ejaculation?
They're for it.
I'm for it.
I'm not crying.
Is there really such a thing as premature? I mean, doesn't it happen when you come?
Yeah.
It happens when it happens.
So
Yeah.
wouldn't that really suck though if premature ejaculation was you shot out sperm before, like 10 minutes before your orgasm happened, and you just didn't know it? It was just
You just didn't know it. Whoops.
Well, then you shake uncontrollably 10 minutes later on the drive home.
Just out of nowhere. On the drive home. So you're in and out. You're driving home 10 minutes later.
all right, Anthony. That story that I told about the condom,
Yeah.
that's all cut out, right?
Yeah.
Dave, what's the shortest length of time from penetration to ejaculation that you've experienced?
First time. Absolutely. I remember it like it was yesterday.
Was it yesterday?
No, it was when I was actually it was when I was 13. It might have taken me 2 or 3 pumps and I was done.
All right.
It was the most humiliating thing I've ever gone through in my life. I didn't
So
even know. If I
did you
wanted
get
to
in
do
trouble
it.
at school the next day by your teacher? Did you? I mean,
No, the dog was not happy though.
So I just got done telling Anthony the story, but I think it's probably worth telling again. I think it's funny. So this wasn't my first time. That's what makes it embarrassing.
the worst part.
Yeah. I think I was maybe 17 or 18. I don't remember. But I'd been trying to get this girl, and when I finally got her, I got her clothes off, got her laid down, put the rubber on, and just as the tip of my dick went right into her vaginal labia major,
Yep.
I
Oh.
came.
Yeah.
And then I looked at her. As I came, I didn't change my face. I didn't make a sound, nothing. I looked at her and I said, I think we're rushing this and we should probably take our time with this relationship.
Never to be seen again.
Oh my god.
Yeah, I'll never forget that experience for me. Girl by the name of Nikki. I obviously won't say her last name, but she was a girl I went to school with, and I was. You know how you hype that stuff up? I mean, first of all, I never thought it was going to even happen, and then when I knew exactly what was going to happen, for like 4 hours, I had notification. She said, "Tonight we're going to do it." I'm like, "Oh fuck."
Doesn't that make it worse?
Oh, I just built it all up in my head, and by the time I got there, I just, it
You
was
had
like
already had a 4-hour
sprinkler.
erection.
Oh yeah, exactly. It was already a problem.
That sucks.
Nothing for you, Anthony?
You don't have an Aunt Edna story or something? that
Nope.
goes along with
I've only ever had sex with my wife, and every time was wonderful.
this? Oh, gee. Moving along.
Really? So you're just going to fucking leave it like that?
The first part of that is true. I don't know. I mean, I don't know. The first time, I don't
Have you
really
seriously only ever had sex with your wife?
Absolutely, yeah.
I mean, you dated her like a high school sweetheart kind of thing?
I was in high school. She's like 3 years older than I am.
Oh, okay. Okay.
And
That's the
we've been together
only
since I was
woman-
17, and I'm 39. So.
Oh, wow. You've only had one woman your whole life.
Right.
God, it's like looking at an Amish guy. This is awesome. I've
This is
never,
awesome.
I don't think I've ever met a guy that's only, screwed one woman.
Really?
I don't know if I've ever have.
Do you think there? So I do believe this. I believe there's a correlation between Anthony only having sex with one woman and the massive amount of porn that he has in his possession at any given time.
That's a good point.
There's not a correlation. That's all I
You think I'm
got.
going to believe you?
That's all I got.
He's just gonna say that. He's still got the massive amounts of porn.
Oh, shit.
It doesn't change the the narrative.
So wait. So what is massive? Really?
How many hard
Do
drives
you have an
got?
external hard drive that carries said porn?
I have a bedroom that's attached to the house full. That's not.
Oh, you have like magazines and tapes and stuff.
No. I mean,
Oh, okay.
yeah, I guess I do, but not that much. I
It's like the
I can't throw away a
Smithsonian
magazine with naked ladies in it.
David, so you've been listening to a while. I'm sure you don't recall everything that I've ever given him
I
shit
already
about.
know where this is going.
But I think I've only been to his house twice. And the first time he wouldn't let me in the house.
Right.
I had to cut through the garage to go back, and it was to go back in your backyard and look at your motorcycles.
This I stand by.
So walking through the garage, it was okay. So his kids were running around, right? Just all willy nilly,
Right.
right?
Is that their names, Willie and Nilly? I'm just
Willy nilly and ashtray.
Ashtray. Willy nilly and ashtray.
Hey, did you hear last week when we were talking about, or you didn't listen to it? We were talking about his son Ashtray, the burn victim.
no, I didn't hear that part.
Yeah, my son got burned when he was young
Oh,
on his face.
We decided to nickname him Ashtray. Anyway, so yeah,
anyway, poor Ashtray.
his kids were running around, tripping all over fucking magazines and shit. So I bent down to pick it up, and there was fucking penthouses everywhere, and his kids are running around like it was like a litter box of pussy.
wow.
None of that is true.
Really?
Really?
Stop me when it was. Okay.
All right. Go ahead.
Did I pick up a magazine and say it's weird that you have this with your kids running around? Remember that?
Yeah. I remember that.
All right. Was there a naked lady inside that magazine?
Yeah.
But other than that, it wasn't true.
The whole part about you going to the backyard was bullshit.
No, he's right. I wouldn't let him in the house.
Okay, so
Just imagine what's in that house.
You don't want to.
I've been in there since, and there was no reason for him not to let me in, other than he just didn't want me in his house.
I stand by that.
Okay, so I'm gonna start this over,
All right.
and I want you to tell me when it's false.
We've been through this like 15 times.
And every time you say that's bullshit,
And,
but you can
and
never
every
pinpoint
time,
what's
every time you exaggerate the story. Go ahead.
I went to your house.
False.
The story's already bullshit.
Right. Okay. So you came to my house. Were you invited? I don't remember.
Yes.
Okay.
I went up to the door.
All right. Yep.
I went inside the garage.
Right.
I found porn.
Yep.
Your kids were running around.
Right.
I asked you why this is laying out in the open.
Right.
Case closed.
It sounds pretty. You had a fucking a virtual litter box of porn for
See?
your.
See where it turns? You see where the story turns?
Whatever.
So did your dad read Playgirl when you were a kid? Did you have Playgirls laying around the house?
Playgirl?
Playgirl.
Yeah.
You mean Playboys?
Your dad's a fucking homo.
So-
How, did I have to point that out that was that was the joke? What the fuck?
So, did you ever look at a Playgirl?
No.
Me neither. All right, so
So
Hey,
you
Doug,
never so
open
your
up that
dad
closet behind you. I want to see the stack.
your dad never had Playboys around the house ever.
No.
You're fucking lying.
Playboys?
he never did. Oh, wait a minute. So when you asked me that, my brain was I was talking about my mom and stepdad where I lived growing up.
Mhm.
My stepdad had VHS porn in his dresser.
Okay.
Is he going to jerk off or
I,
what?
I think so.
I want to fill up my bourbon, man. You guys are talking. I can hear you.
He just fucking creeped away all
He just
creepy.
Fuck yourself.
go fuck yourself.
Start talking about Playgirl, and it's like Dave's like,
He's like, I gotta go.
yeah. So you guys keep doing what you're doing.
I think he took the
I'm
mic
still
with
on
him.
mic. I still, yeah, I'm on mic. Oh, don't worry.
So my where I grew up, my stepdad had porn videos VHS,
Yeah.
but they were hidden in his dresser. So I had to actively look for them. It wasn't like I tripped on them going in and out of the fucking house every day with my book bag like your house.
And that
I
Again,
trip
I
over
think-
them like the daily newspaper.
I think this is like the 15th time we went over this.
Now who's
That's
exaggerating?
not what happened.
Right.
Well, my dad worked at the Playboy Club, so we had a lot of access. So,
Are you serious?
yeah, he did. He was a bartender at the Playboy Club in Lake Geneva.
Interesting story. Not that you give a fuck, and not that this is funny in any way, shape, or form. Fuck you, Anthony. The bar from that Playboy Club that you're talking about
Mhm.
is, I say currently, but last I knew, in the basement of an abandoned, like VFW in the Quad Cities in Illinois.
Really?
Yeah.
Huh. That's cool.
We were looking at buying or getting that building several years ago for a business that we had.
Mhm.
And as the selling point, they said, "Hey, this is the Playboy Club from whatever, fucking whatever."
Right.
They had there. So isn't that fucking great?
That's what we call a snoozer anecdote. But thanks for that.
Fuckhead. What I thought you would find interesting is, because I assume that your parents are as bad as what Anthony is to his kids, that you would be so excited to hear about that bar that you spent your childhood being reared by that you'd be like, "Hey, can you take me to it?" or some shit. So fuck off.
Oh, my dad's dead, so it doesn't matter anymore.
Bye, everybody.
That's a perfect segue.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh my gosh, your dad's dead. Doug's mom's a whore. Well, what do we got?
Yeah.
You fuck kids.
No.
Doug's a cum eater. We all found this out.
Oh shit.
All right. I had an affair on my husband with a black guy. Now I am pregnant. My husband is dark, but the black guy was a light black.
Come on, Mocha. she's rolling the dice for Mocha.
Black guy was a light black. I am light with blonde hair and blue eyes. What are the chances he will notice if it is the other guys? I am 7 months pregnant, so starting to get worried. You're a whore.
Oh, I don't know, the afro?
Yeah, bro.
That might give it away. You might be a little Mocha, but yeah, come on. Yeah, that sounds like a Jerry Springer episode.
Yeah, really.
David, semi-related to this, what is your definition of a whore?
My definition of a whore. Geez, see, I like, I don't mind dirty girls. Dirty girls are a damn good thing. But my definition of a whore is a girl who would or has sex.
Yeah, so you're right.
I'm thinking about the criteria here.
You're trying to be inclusive.
Well, no, because I think it's the way that they talk about how they have sex openly. And there's ways to talk about having sex publicly that is actually extremely sexy and cool. And there's other ways you can just go, that's a whore.
So that's sexist.
No, it's subjective.
Touche. So this whole conversation that we've had, we've been talking about sex pretty openly and
yeah,
right. So if a woman,
no, all of our stories about sex have been like self-deprecating for comedy.
Mine
we have
haven't.
not. I know. Sex.
Are we gonna start talking about good sex stories? Wait, hold on. Let me buckle up.
I don't have any.
So it's not like we're getting on here talking about just fucking for fucking. We're talking about fucking for comedy, right?
Right.
I'd fuck for comedy. Why not?
You do.
Wait, I don't get it.
No, but I don't understand how you were saying it was sexist.
Because there's a certain way that women are allowed to talk about sex and a certain way that men are allowed to talk about sex. And if women, what I'm getting is that if women enjoy sex and if they talk about it in a certain way, you think less of them. Which I agree with you, but it's still sexist.
I don't think that's sexist at all. Well, because guys talk about sex with guys, and I'm talking privately. I'm not just saying it in a public forum. But
like we're doing right now.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Private, because no one listens to this fucking show.
Right.
So, in having conversations with other guys about sex, they'll talk about anything. They don't give a shit. They'll
Right.
tell stories way out of school.
Yeah, like this
Not a
time
big
I
deal.
grabbed this girl by
No
the
one
pussy.
ever says a guy is a whore, right? No. Well, I mean, there's guys that sleep around a lot,
Sure.
and I think that's based on numbers, right? They call them whores based on numbers, but just actions and like people will call shit, girls a whore just by the way they dress, and I think again,
All right, fuck it.
the
You're
horror-
rambling, and
See, it's not just me. It's Doug. It's not me. He just
Whore.
can't
I'm looking it
stand
up.
to not hear his own voice for 10
is
fucking
there a
seconds.
definition to whore? look at Webster's.
prostitute.
Prostitute.
Well, if you take money, I mean that makes you that is the definition of whore, I suppose. But whore is used for many other reasons.
Okay, so
Dirty little whore.
this I think this answers the question. Blunt mommy is not a whore.
Who said she was?
Well, when did she come into
You
this
did.
conversation?
So you didn't catch that because we were talking about that, but you
Oh.
actually tailed on to that with. I told you we did 15 minutes about
You
blunt
told
mommy.
me
It was
that.
whether
Yep.
it was whether or not she was a whore,
Oh, that's right. Okay. Yeah.
and then now you weighed in on it.
She says she
And
says
technically-
that I called her a whore, but I dispute that.
Technically, it's
Ah.
2 against 1. Me and Anthony, based on the description, said she wasn't a whore, whereas you.
Based on my definition, she's now a whore. Is that it?
Yeah, so you're talking
So,
bad about other
this whole thing-
podcasters here.
This whole thing was you leading me up to try to call Blunt Mommy a whore. I don't think Blunt Mommy's a whore.
And neither do I. Why would you even say that?
Well, I actually don't know her, so
It doesn't fucking matter. We're editing all that part out.
no. You
It just gotta all tie in nice and smooth.
The funniest part about that is you said we're editing. We're not fucking editing anything.
yeah, nothing gets edited. You know that 2.5 hours you recorded before, it's going out.
It's
as is.
the whole thing. I'm
So
gonna put it out in
if-
4-minute chunks through the week.
If you look at the definition of the word, it says a prostitute or a promiscuous woman.
Yeah,
Promiscuous.
but what's promiscuous in these
that's,
days?
that's what I was going to say. Is she, as she told us, she only has sex with one person,
Mhm.
Miller.
Okay.
So she's not a fucking whore,
Yeah.
Anthony. How
Right.
can you, Anthony?
I never said she was.
You did say she was.
Prove it.
Okay, I'll be back.
Whore does imply, I think, at least I think, it implies, doing it with many men. If you're with one guy and just like to do, are actively sexual with a lot of different ways you want to have sex, I don't think that considers you a whore. Or makes you a whore.
Anthony,
What?
do me a favor. Can you stop the recording real quick?
Okay.
All right. So, Blunt Mommy, I believe that you have an apology coming to you.
Yeah, Doug's
Anthony.
gonna apologize.
Do you apologize for calling her a whore?
No.
You already did once, you jackass.
No, I did not. I absolutely did not. I said I apologized that she took offense.
What about that blunt mommy, huh? Yeah, she's a whore.
And
You-
there it is.
You can't prove that was me.
Either that or I was talking to Kermit the Frog.
Actually, I have to apologize to Blunt Mommy. Blunt Mommy, I'm sorry you know these 2 dickweeds.
You're such a fucking phony motherfucker.
I. Why does it gotta be dickweed? That's not cool. she's better for having known me. I don't know
I've
how,
seen the
but
tweet. Yeah, I don't believe that to be true. I've seen some of the tweets.
All right. Are we done? I want to be done. Now that
now that what?
you two can do the fucking show together. I don't give a fuck.
I was hoping you guys were going to close it out. I was going to continue to have my nice bourbon over here, and I was having a real nice evening in front of the TV, and Doug calls, and I'm like,
What were you watching?
the end of what's that? Something I killed the mom. I killed the babysitter, or something like that. I don't know what the hell that 80s movie.
Really?
Yeah,
I've
Yeah.
never heard of that.
Honey,
Honey, I Shrunk the
Mom,
Kids.
No, it's Mom. I
Why the
killed
fuck
her.
were you
We killed
watching
the
that?
babysitter. Well, I told you we got that new TV for Christmas, and we're just we're just throwing on old movies to see how they look.
That looks like an old fucking movie.
Not on this TV. It looks like an old movie on a fucking stupid size screen.
How big is it?
You don't want to know. Wait, hold on. Let me unzip. I'll tell you.
Funny guy. So
I bought way too big of a fucking TV. I didn't realize. I just thought it would be. It was on sale. It was a good deal. I thought it would be a good thing to do. And then the driver brought it to the house, and he wouldn't take it up the stairs. So I'm like, oh, you fucker.
it was too
Son of a
big.
bitch. Yeah. He wouldn't help me bring it up the stairs. He brought it in on a hand cart, but then he wouldn't help me with it upstairs. So I had to wait for Juliet to get home, and she's sweating like she stole something trying to help me get this fucking thing up the stairs. I think she threw it on her back.
Are we going to hear her version of it?
I doubt it. No, I don't think so. It's not a story. It's an anecdote at best.
It's an anecdote.
That's why I saved it for this show.
Saving the A material. I'm curious. I asked you before, but you didn't hear. I want to know what your take on the show that you guys recorded. You and Doug and John and Jerry, was that his name?
Oh yeah, it was awful. There was no. It was weird because all of us individually have conversations that we all believe to be very funny, but then when you got all four of us at the same time on microphones, it was a shit show.
Well, I think Jerry was having all kinds of technical issues, so he couldn't hear anything, and nobody could hear him. He'd pop in every 2 minutes.
Right.
Whatever happened to him, he just kind of faded away.
Oh, I still talk to him all the time.
Oh.
He's doing great, but hopefully he'll get back into it. I hope that sometime soon that he'll pick up the mic again, but we'll see if that ever happens. But I talk to him all the time. He's great. He's doing great. Dave's doing great. Both of them are fine. But
And of course, as you know, you can catch John over on the Unbelievably Idiotic podcast.
you just love to irk that guy, don't you, man?
John loves it. I think John just loves the attention.
Yeah, but does it really count if you're not pronouncing it right?
Well, I'm missing something because the last time I heard the Brand X show, I didn't know that Deuce got a trans change. I didn't know that happened.
Yeah, his name's Tara now.
Yeah. Nobody fills me in.
Have you listened to it?
Oh, I have. Yeah. Let's do it a couple times.
What'd you think about the new Deuce?
The new Deuce. Well, I'm not a huge fan, and I'll get political here for a second. I don't mind doing that. She's leans a bit far to the left.
Right.
I'm not a far right guy by any stretch of the imagination. I'm more kind of in the middle, and any far-reaching left or right stuff to me, I just kind of check out.
Me too.
See what happens when I leave you two alone?
Yeah, we have an intelligent conversation.
Oh, yeah, that was very intelligent.
It turns into Meet the Press with a monkey.
Wait,
Yeah,
am I Meet the Press or am I the monkey?
Yeah.
If anybody has an opinion that's far one way, I tune out. Me too. Thanks, guys.
You see what I got to deal with? Do you understand? Do you understand what the bullshit that I have to deal with?
All right.
And then everybody feels sorry for Doug. You see how this works? I have to deal with this dumb bullshit,
Yeah.
and then everybody swoops in and Anthony's such an idiot. Poor Doug. Fuck Doug.
Now I know why you get the hate mail.
Jesus Christ.
All right. So, Anthony, lead the show.
I am. What are you talking about?
I love how dead air makes Anthony so uncomfortable.
No, that's the problem. Is dead air doesn't affect him at all. He
No,
can give a shit.
I don't care.
The look on his face, though, he just nodded his head. His eyes are wide open. He's like, waiting.
All right, Dave. I appreciate you helping us put something together so we have something to put out.
Question is it going out?
It's 100% better than what we had.
Hey, douche, we're charging for the other shit.
Oh shit! I mean, this is worse. Go to our Patreon. Leave us a voicemail.
Put me on the free shit. I'm not worth the $1 a month.
Oh shit.
Yo, we or me struggle with what to do different for our Patreon to get more engagement.
Mm-hmm.
But we continue to either we take our shitty first part of our show and make that our Patreon, or the shitty after show and make that our Patreon. This week, it's the shitty middle show that's going in the Patreon.
Boy, that smells like value. Sign me up. Where do I give you my $1? I will never sign up to your Patreon.
Why?
That's
I
what
don't
I'm saying.
understand.
Why? If you had, let me stop myself. Why?
That's just my big fuck you to you guys.
That's cool. I appreciate
So I have
that.
a question. I sent you the link or the actual a Patreon episode. It was like an hour long, I think 3 or 4 weeks ago.
Mm-hmm.
Did you listen to it?
I never got that email.
All right.
Seriously. Yeah. No, I never got that email.
Cool story.
You got to check your email then.
Not, you know what? I have no problems with you couldn't send me emails earlier. I don't understand what's going on with that. You're not caught up with my spam? Nothing.
Check your other folder.
The block folder?
Check the one from Doug.
All right. So let's see here. We have merch. Go over there.
Don't buy this stuff.
Yep. Make sure you go to his
you got
merch
shit
store
up
and
over
pick
there
up
too,
the,
right?
What's that?
You got shit up over there too, right?
I was just going to tell people, go buy Unwritable Rant stuff up there. You know, don't buy your shit.
Yeah, go buy Unwritable Rain stuff. Do that.
Hey, if I design a shirt for you guys, would you put it up under yours?
I'd have to see it first.
No, not a thing.
There's an approval process here at the Rant Ranch.
What color eyes does she have? Because the one that's going on the shirt's going to be brown.
Yeah.
How long have you guys been doing the show?
There you go, Dave.
Oh boy.
How long have you guys been doing the show, Unwritable Rant?
It's over. It was 3 years in August.
Really?
So yeah, like 3.5. We're going on 3.5. Yeah.
Nice.
That's like the fucking
Boy,
Saturday
that
Night
fucking
Live
went
bit.
nowhere. Yeah.
I got nothing. I don't care about the show. I was just curious.
Remember that time?
That Chris Farley bit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nice.
I don't care about this show anymore. We're done. We're fucking done recording. I was just curious.
All right.
So are you guys going back on YouTube? Is that the whole thing? Are you guys going to keep, are you going to try that? Because I saw you went live today and I'm like, whoa, hey, you guys haven't gone live there in a long time.
So we started out, we were having, the problem we were having was with Skype. It was horrible. It was like we were stepping all over each other more than normal.
More than normal.
So then we just decided to go back to Google Hangouts and then record that way, see how that worked. And then it's like, you want to try going live? And it just led to that. We went live probably 20 minutes into the show.
Okay.
So
yeah, it just popped up as an alert for me in YouTube, and I saw you guys went live. I'm like, well, that's interesting. I didn't know you guys were going to be doing live again.
So what was funny was because I was sitting here watching the viewers, and as soon as we went live, it was like 10 seconds after we went live, we had a viewer, then we had another viewer, then we had another viewer. and then we had one less, and then there was you.
The cheese stands alone. Yeah. Well, when I came into the room, it had one person, so I assumed it was me. Then you had a few more, though. Then a couple more came in after, and then I bailed on you.
Then I bailed.
I
So
start
fucking stupid.
I get very, for some reason, I get very self-conscious. And this was something that happened when we tried doing live before, is I start focusing on that number. And as I'm telling a story or something, if that number drops,
Mm-hmm.
because in my head, it's all real-time, instant feedback that somebody's checked out of whatever it was that I was saying. I've got to
it was
change
me.
correct.
You gotta think sometimes, some people just have to take a shit, dude. I mean, don't take it personally that somebody dropped off your channel.
Hey, this is, as you know, you are right there with me and Anthony as far as being egotistical. You're not on here because you want to be. You have to be on here.
Nobody loves me more than me.
It's like John. I could call John right now. He could be in a dead sleep in a fucking sugar-induced diabetes coma, and say, "John, you want to go on?" And hold on, let me get down to the studio.
You're wrong about that. I don't have that high of an opinion
all
of myself.
podcasters are like that. No, you're like that too, Anthony. You wouldn't be doing this as long as you have with Doug. You guys have been over what, 2 years now?
Yes. It's
Yeah.
because I'm doing it for the fans.
No, I know you're lying.
Can't even say that with a straight face. I give a fuck about anybody listening. I mean, go to our Patreon. Donate.
Right. Well, Dave. Bye.
Yes, sir.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.